Hi guys, putting here the game for you, my Tier 8 Premium Japanese Destroyer, the Asashio. Now my captain skills are Preventative Maintenance, Adrenaline Rush, Last Stand, Survivability Expert, Faster Loading Torps, Radio Position Finder, and of course, Concealment. My modules are Protect My Main Batteries, Faster Repairing Engine, Better Aiming, Faster Rudder, and more Concealment. Now, with the full stealth build, this thing gets down to 5.4. The other thing is I kind of chose this because I wanted to get something a little bit different that I don't normally play up for you guys. The other thing is, this is the weekend after the patch, so there is nothing but a metric ass ton of radar out there. So I'm playing something that can safely torp, well, at least battleships, but can, you know what, torp my food, at least at range. Now, of course, you've all heard the naysayers say that this thing's going to stop battleships from pushing, this thing's going to break the servers, nobody's ever going to want to play because all the Asashios out there. Well, this gameplay kind of proves all of that wrong, even though I do respectable. There is a carrier in the game, which means I have to respect the enemy aircraft plane. And I jokingly told Seabaron Zat at the beginning of the game, I'm like, you know what, if I was a real douchebag and had Superintendent, I would have popped my torp reload and had them up and just spam them right down the middle of where I spawned at. Might have been able to catch somebody off guard. Luckily, I didn't. But here comes a pushing Hindenburg, because, you know, that's what Hindenburgs are known for, just outright pushing at the beginning of the game. Sorry about that, guys, got the hiccups. But I dropped my first set of torps on the Bismarck that was spotted. Now I'm holding off on hitting the torp reload, because I want to see if there's any more battleships that are actually coming in this direction. I see one set of enemy torps go right by the Fletcher, see a second set, which means there has to be a destroyer in the area. I do not know why replays do not show me bouncing around on targets I select when I have the torpedo tubes selected. Now the reason I keep the torp tubes on instead of switching to my guns is because if any one of these guys has prior to target, they're going to know immediately that there is potential of a destroyer dropping torpedoes. Wanted to see what the Missouri was doing because he was kind of doing, the indicator wasn't showing that he was moving along the course it looked like he was actually slowing down. But I want to get rid of the Missouri as my torpedoes come home on not only the Bismarck, but a North Carolina. North Carolina kind of surprised me, is I get 5 hits and a flood right away. Now, even with all of that damage, and these guys know for sure that the Asashio is on this side, the Missouri is still pushing forward. I don't want to be anywhere near 9.5 kilometers when Missouri decides to hit the screw UDD button. So I'm kind of playing it a little bit close here, but I do let my division mates know that, you know what, I did get hits on all 3 of those guys. All 3 of them repairs out. I'm in I want to get the hell out of here button because, well, it's a Missouri and it's pushing, and even though he got hit by Asashio torps, he's still pushing. Now, the other 2 BBs I can't say particularly are, but I highly doubt it was because I sent torps. I'm pretty sure it has a lot to do with what is sitting behind me. Now, the other, you know, another reason why I kind of chose this replay, or this one in particular, is for those of you who were not around during the glory days that were shimmy 20-kilometer torps. This is in essence how 90% of the people did play. They sat behind everything on the friendly team and then just spammed long-range torps. Now, while I may be doing it doesn't mean it's right. But the reason I'm not just pushing out forward is because, well, Missouri has radar. There's a Fletcher and a Hirakazi. I can't gun down either one of those two unless they are, well, unless they're complete idiots. I'll never win that gunfight. I'm dropping torps in on the Bismarck as I get hit with lag, but I had failed to notice that he's going behind the second island, and these torps are going to come nowhere near him. As Seabear heroically killed Des Moines, but succumbed to both of those destroyers. Now that we know that there are two DDs in this area, I'm like, I want nothing to do with these idiots. I want to get out of here. Now I am targeting the curve first. Sorry about the chair squeaking. And I dropped one set of torps. Now I was going to smoke up to the Des Moines. But I'm looking, I'm like, you know what? The North Cal is kind of far. The curve first is kind of far. This guy's pushing back. The two DDs aren't spotted. There's really not a lot to shoot at or for him to get shot at. And with the way he's reversing, I'm like, yeah, let's get safely behind that. Safely behind the island. And you know what? It would just be a waste of a smoke. Now, you know, hindsight's always 20/20. But maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't have. But at the time, I'm like, you know what? It's going to be a waste. You know, the curve first got no shots. The BBs really have no good clean shots in on him. Maybe if I did smoke up a little bit earlier, he could have been able to push out. But you know what? Smoke clouds are torpedo magnets. And knowing that my torps were just about to come off cooldown, I'm thinking, well, you know what? Maybe one of those guys has got their torps loaded in. So, you know what? To me, it would have been a waste. Now, of course, none of these guys are cooperating as far as not being behind islands for my torpedoes to hit them. There's 3 battleships over here. I might as well try to maintain some sort of presence to stop them from pushing our Des Moines. I figured the Fletcher would have been able to take care of the Bismarck, but he did not. Now, the curve first did look like he was going to start turning. And you know what, I just sent my torps, but I'm not going to hit the reload button because why? You know what, I'm not 100% guaranteed with these torps. I just felt like it would have been a waste to hit it and drop these torps again. Now that the pesky cruiser has been killed at B, I'm starting to think maybe I should go to B, but that is why I did not go to B right away. It's because there was a Minotaur in the B camp, and I'm like, there's no way I'm going anywhere near the Minotaur because there is literally nothing I could do except for get 2 salvos, die, and then sit and bitch and chat. This was a particularly rough weekend. It was a particularly rough day. This game was played on Sunday. And I kind of had a little bit of a bad attitude, which is half the reason why I brought the Asashio, because I'm like, I'm tired of going to caps, risking myself, getting radared, hydroed, focused, and everybody on the team is like, oh no, our DD died, we need to run away. Or not getting supported really just put a bad taste in my mouth. Which is why I started playing the Asashio, because if somebody starts saying anything, screw you, the only thing I can hit is battleships, and well, that's what I'm playing for. This destroyer is a selfish, well, it can be a selfish DD one played that way. These torps are never going to hit the North Cal because the indicator is actually showing right where I'm looking at now. I'm going back and forth between looking at what the curve first is doing, the North Cal is doing. Not going to hit either one of these two, so it's like, well, why drop the second set? It would be a waste of time. Because what if the Musashi popped up out in the open somewhere, and I'm you know what? I've got nothing to send his way. I want to use my torp reload when I kind of know I got either a lot of targets in one area, just flood the area with torpedoes, or when I know a battleship has already used his DCP and I need to flood the area or try to get a flood back in on him. I'm going to make a colossal mistake coming up. So I hope you all do learn from this. I'm going to lose track of what this Fletcher does, where he goes, who kills him, and all of that good stuff. I see a big, fat, juicy battleship in front of me, and I'm thinking, well, you know what? Food. I mean, this is all this ship is built for, is killing battleships. But as you can see, you know, when I'm pushing on the camp, I'm like, yeah, maybe I should smoke. Maybe I, you know what? Smoke up this Des Moines who, you know what, just decides, I'm going to go for it. But, you know what? Whatever. I don't blame him for just going for it because there is a Musashi in front of him. He needs to get to the island for cover. He is showing side to a couple battleships that may or may not take a swing on him. But I see the Musashi's doing, well, Musashi type like stuff or Yamato type like stuff, which is just bow reversing or bow tanking. I drop both sets of torps, immediately hit the reload because I don't feel like waiting around for 3 minutes for my torps, just in case somebody gets a fire and or flood on him. My torps are going. At this point, I was thinking maybe I should smoke up to Des Moines, let him get into play. But I'm like, why draw attention to that I'm here when I kind of don't have to? I'm looking to see what these torps are going to do. And, of course, I noticed that I believe one is going to hit. And I'm like, how did I get a flood? And then Xanth let me know that he put a fire on the guy and he immediately DCP'd one fire. I really don't know why battleships do this. There goes one set of shimmy torps, one set of Fletcher torps. And I think at this point, okay, he's dropped both sets. I should be safe to kind of just sit here and pelt this Musashi. Normally what I would do is sit here, get the fire, then get out of dodge because, well, torp magnets for smoke. There's the fire, and at this point is when I should have just skedaddled and left. Got the cap, got the fire, got the flood, job accomplished, no point in sitting here. But I noticed the Minotaur got the Fletcher. Don't know where our friendly Minotaur is. This guy's flooding, burning, and then here comes torpedoes. And I'm sitting broadside to what was an enemy destroyer, and boom, there goes my life. We are going to win this, so now we're just going to check out the post-battle results so you guys don't get bored with the last 5 minutes of this game. I hope you guys really did enjoy this free play. I do hope you learned from a mistake of, you know what, if you get your job done in smoke, i.e. fire, cap, flood, there's no reason to really sit there, especially when there was a DD in the area. All smoke screens are torp magnets. We do appreciate all the support you guys do give us. We do love the replays you send in. The email for that is in the description down below. Please remember to compliment good teamwork, good team play. We are quick to report, slow to compliment. And on that note, guys, please hit the like and subscribe button and have yourselves one heck of a great day.